Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're here in the shop tonight, and we're probably going to wake the neighbors up and get them real happy with me and everything. But I'm going to do some carbon arc gouging on this frame while it's cool out here, and see if I can get this crack repaired where this frame is cracked and been welded. It looks like they did a decent job of welding it, you know, from the outside that they could get to and work with. But I want to get the inside. I don't know if you guys will be able to see in here, but you can see the crack on the inside right there, and I want to try to get that cleaned up on each side. Each frame rail is cracked and gouged out and weld put in from the inside. This is going to be a little bit sketchy because everything under here is covered with hydraulic oil, and so we're probably going to wind up setting something on fire, and hopefully we got enough stuff to get it put out. But it is what it is. I want to go ahead and try to get this done. That way I've got a new coupler between the engine and the transmission, the engine and the hydraulic pumps there coming, and I've got some paint coming, and a set of pressure gauges to check some hydraulic pressure. So when we get this thing together, maybe we'll be able to do some better diagnostic work on it and see why the thing won't move, and why it acts like there's not getting any pilot pressure to the joystick. But I want to get this here touched up first, and that way when I get the other parts in tomorrow or the next day, that everything as far as the frame rail will be touched up, and we'll be ready to stab the engine back in there and go from there. So I'm gonna set you guys up over here and let you watch for a bit, and we'll see if we can get this frame gouged out and see what the best way to go about repairing this is. There's not a lot of room in there to work with, the way these lines come through on this fitting here, and then the belly pins go on. There's not a whole lot of room to be putting additional plating and stuff, but I'm gonna see what I can come up with. Once I get it gouged out and look at the crack, I'll know a little bit more about it, what I need to do. So anyway, set you guys up over and we'll get started. Alright guys, I've got this thing gouged out. I got a little bit gouge happy on this one right here. I missed the crack the first time, and I come back and gouged beside it. But anyway, I cut the little triangle gusset out, gouged the crack out on the inside of the frame on both sides. That one there looks a little better. I don't know how well the lighting is, but I've got a couple of plates cut out of some scrap steel over there. It may not be exactly cut to quite fit yet. I just cut this with a gouging rod. I'm gonna go back and touch it up. But anyway, that's gonna go in there like that, and then I'm gonna weld that gusset, or try to, back over the top of it. I've got to get this finished, getting it cleaned up and whatever. right there. But that's my idea how I'm going to go about doing that on the inside of the frame, because that crack comes up right here, as you see. So when I get that filled in, I'm going to lay this over, then weld around, and then the gusset will go back on there like so. Hopefully this is picking up. I don't know, the lighting ain't very well. Anyway, I got to finish grinding that up and make it pretty, make it fit just like I want it to. Then on the outside, I'm doing something a little different, because it looks like whoever welded it actually did a pretty good job. And so I don't really see a need to cut all that out, gouge it out if I don't have to. I mean, it looks pretty decent. I did grind this right here flush up here at the top, and I made me some weird little brackets here, because like I say, I don't really see the need to cut that out like I did the inside. And two, I didn't have enough plate to really make two triangles this size. I had enough plate that I was able to cut this out this way, and then the other one was sitting here, and so I kind of cut the leg out of the other one, was the center of this one. So anyway, that's what I got to work with. So the inside's going to get plated, and then this here I'm going to put up there like that right there, and I've got that one just about where I want it. And then I'm going to weld around the outside of that and weld around the inside of that, and I'm going to lay several beads in here to fill this space up, and that will add some strength right there and make it look a little bit better, hopefully. It's going to take a little bit of time to get that welded up. that's what happens whenever 300 amps goes through your airline, and it tries to weld itself to the dozer track. It's got a little air leak right there now. Oh well. I've about got this thing wrapped up. It is daylight again. I started on this about midnight. It's 20 minutes after 8. So about an 8-hour job to weld all this up. That'll probably last a long time, as long as I can't make the thing move. So I guess if I ever get it moving, we'll see how she's going to hold up. I need to get a flat disc and touch up just a couple of high spots here, there, and yonder, but it don't look too terribly bad. Hit it with a flat disc and we'll get some paint on it. But that's what I had in mind. I have no idea how many beads of weld I put on that, but a few. That's what the outside looks like, and the inside, I don't know if the camera is picking up, that's what the inside looks like. And that's the other side over there. But cut that out, plated it, or gouged it out, welded the frame back up, plated it, then put the little brace back in there. And the outside, it looked like they did a pretty good job on the weld. And so I just made that horseshoe UE looking thing and welded it on there across the top of it, because it was cracking right up through here. So it should no longer crack there, because that's a lot of beads of weld. And then the back side's plated behind there, and I made sure that this plate here is actually wider than the plate behind it, so that the plates are not in line with each other. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but if you look here, this one is outstepped about 1 inch from the back one. See how I did that there? I guess time will tell how it does, but that's about all we can do for now. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up and I'm gonna go get some sleep. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully we will try to get the motor stuck back in this thing. I got the coupler and everything coming.